Yo.
Yeah, okay, let me stop right there.
I gotta go.
Okay, so my opinions of that are, so this is the first time I'm seeing that. Obviously, we know why we had to change this song.
Yeah.
Okay, it's better. It's a lot clearer. I like that I'm actually holding a book that's mine.
Okay.
And apparently, Erod has been kicked out of the group.
Oh shit! Yo, broski, what you thought of it?
No, it was awesome. It was quick, straight to the point.
You muted, bro. I can't hear you, bro. Can't hear you, brother.
Yeah. He was fine.
You was fine?
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, I'm here.
I ain't hear shit from Gomez.
Yeah,
I don't know.
No, nothing's.
You can hear him? You can hear him?
Yeah. I could hear him.
For some reason, I cannot hear him. I can only hear you. I don't know. But while he fixes that or whatever, man.
Gomez, go out and come back in.
Yeah, I'll go out. Yeah, all right.
But I can hear him.
Nah, I can't hear him for shit. Nothing. But yeah, man, that's a new intro from East Beast West, man. You fucking bigs maybe go do this. But at the same time, I did wanted to change it, make it updated, because there's a good my man Erod too, it's been MIA, so you know what I mean? I had to change that up. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's probably my configuration, but if that's a pretty trip, but it's all good. Yeah, like you said about the intro, I liked it. It was cool. Like Josh said, it was clear. The other one's a little choppy, so this one was cool. There
you go. All right, baby, get that video editing on this shit. All right. So anyway, what's going on, people, man? I am your guy Joker, man. I'm here with my peoples, man. What's going on? I'm here with Gomez, the comic collector. What's up, Gomez?
What up, everybody? Yeah, we're just here to support the CBSI and do our reviews. So we're gonna check that shit out and just do what we do. I guess weekly if we get a chance. We got time. We got hands. Let's go. I see Marky in there. Okay, I heard that little message.
Yeah, I know, right? Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, that's I'm not going to be too harsh. I already told Josh. I was like, let me be nice. But what is going on, man? I am also here with my brother, man, Josh Grav. What's going on, Josh?
Yeah. Let's get rolling into this and let's see how wrong Mike Morello is this week.
Actually, no. And one book that I like, well, he was wrong with the winner of the week. Just put it that way. There's only 4 books, and you'll be happy to know that there ain't no Vampirellas or Red Sonias on this one, man.
I guarantee you, though. So on FOC this week, there's like a bunch of Red Sonja covers. I guarantee you one of those shows up in the list when that comes out, and I guarantee I know which one it is.
We'll see, man.
I won't necessarily disagree with it either.
Damn. Okay. Let me just scroll up there and get my shit ready. All right, man. So yeah, man, you know how we do, man, over here, man, in East Beast West with new comedy reviews, man. We're gonna discuss our reviews. We got a few books to review. We got 7 books. I know we read like it was gonna be 5, but 2 indie books came out that Josh wanted to point out, and we added 2 more. So let me just give a quick shout out to the people in the chat, man. I see the indie on YouTube, man. Hip Hop Send Me, what's going on? What's cracking, man? And make sure y'all saw Team Nerd Herd podcast, guys. All right. We got Marky, the warrior that's lost, the warrior that doesn't even exist anymore. That's it, yo. Invalid.
Ain't even a warrior no more.
TK's Bad Cave, what is going on, man? Thanks for joining us tonight, man. What else we got? We got Comics are great. Comics are great. How about that, man?
Indies, baby.
Especially this week. It was pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Okay, wait. Is Joker becoming choppy? Is that on my end or is that on his end?
No, probably your end. He was clear with me.
You can hear me now? You good?
Yeah, I can hear you, but sometimes you keep going in and out, and I don't know if that's me losing internet or what.
Yeah,
we'll let the panel see if it is.
Yo, StreamYard has been fucked up recently, too.
Yeah, I guess so, man. Oh, look, yeah, definitely.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Peanut Armand's in the house. What's going on? What's up, Josh and Gomez? Yo, Peanut. Listen. You damn. All right, I see how you do, man. I see how you do. Real Rude 6 is going. What's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us. We got Terry Jazz say, man. He said, yo, what's going on, man? My man, Fish Cat Comics, man. Listen, man. Check out his whole video, man, on IG, man. My man always put it out on YouTube now, man. I'm glad you did it, Chad, man. You made it. You made your videos on YouTube now. Yeah, your boy, there you go. Give it up, Mike. Give what up? What up, man? What are you talking about? That's you, Josh. He sounds fine here. All right, that is Josh. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
These comments are great.
You know what I mean? Great. So the tiger in there.
Likes.
Y'all coming in well. Thank you. Appreciate that. What's going on? Art Kemist is in the house. Thank you for joining us today. And there you go. Oh, I forgot. Listen, man, stop trolling, Peanut. All right, stop trolling, all right? Oh man, so you already know, guys, man. We're going to be discussing some CBSI Cover Fire for this week from Mike Morello, guys. But real quick before we do that, man, let me give a shout out to the people helping us in the show, man. Again, man, we got Jose Gonzalez, man, Spidey Powder Tumblers. Get your custom made powder coated stainless steel tumblers here. You already know, man. Get your tumblers, coffee mugs, wallets, knives. Custom made by Jose Gonzalez. Sharp eye, yeah, they are sharp, man, for real.
Skip over this, dude.
And here we got Express CBP comic book pressing from my man Erod 212. All right. Make sure you hit him up with the EmW 10 code, get 10% off for your
Yeah, good enough to advertise on this show, but he ain't good enough to show up on it.
Exactly.
He won't even watch it. He don't even know what's popping.
Yeah, wait till I see what Terrific on me. I'm gonna tell you, y'all kick your ass out, bro. I'm like, fuck that.
You know what he's gonna say? I don't fucking care.
Exactly. Yeah. So hit him up on IG on Erod212 or hit him up at Express CBP. Email expresscbp at yahoo.com. He can also submit books through CGC and CBCS, man. But through CGC, he gives you his 10% off.
He better show up here with an apology, or I'm going to give out his personal address and have people.
Oh shit, man! We also got Skeleton Comics. Shout out to Angie over here, man. Yeah, you can pre-order your books. You can set a pull list with them. Check out the FOCs, man. FOCs, you check out our FOCs and you go to Skeleton Comics and use the EmW 10 one-off code, guys. Save 10% off. There's also two other one-off codes, which is Thoro 10 and New York Warriors, guys. All right. And then again, man, I'm talking about comic shops, LCSs, man. This is Broski's LCS right here on IG, man. Here, you definitely could put a nice, pull list here with ANS Comics, guys. Tell them that East Beast West sent you guys, man. They do a good job, man. They ship their books good. Broski been telling me. I've got a couple
videos on that shit. So they do, like, they pack their shit well, and they do. They put out variants too as well, like on Tuesdays. So put in notifications in case you can't get those variants at your shop. You might be able to obtain those at a reasonable price. So it's always good to have that too as well.
Yeah, man. So those are our friends of the show. Shout out to those people, man. And let me see, new faces in here. No new faces in the chat. Let me just move on and share what we're going to be doing, Sean, man. Talking about on Cover Fire from Mike Morello from CBSI, guys.
Cover Fire.
I swear to God, there better be a cover that I'm thinking of on this list. There better be. There better continue. There better be one.
Yeah, listen.
Otherwise, I'm taking over Cover Fire.
Yeah, listen, man. Damn.
Go ahead.
There's a fight of words there.
No, because it's not even an opinion. It's a fact that this book should be on there. Go ahead. So go ahead.
All right, we'll see. We'll see, man.
Right.
We'll see what we have here. See if it's
CBSI, baby.
All right, let me go off, man. First off, he says, let me just read off what he says. He says, no incentive variants or store exclusive variants are covered in this feature ever. This feature is about cover aesthetics only and has nothing to do with spec. All right, guys. So basically, he's just going off what he likes off the A covers. And starting off with this one as a stiff competition, guys. There's only 4 books we covered from Cover Fire here, man.
I can already tell that it's not going to be on here. Go ahead.
Well, there is one cover that I love, man. I thought it should have won. It should have won cover of the week, but it didn't. But we're talking about this one right now. It's Moon Knight from Gerardo Zaffino, man. And Gerardo Zaffino is a dope ass artist. And for more, how many covers he did for Moon Knight?
Quite a few.
They did a few, right? So out of all of them, this is one of the nice ones. I agree. This is a good cover here. Let me read what my man Morello put down over here. He put the Lotto and Gist are also excellent. But this one blows it away because it is unique. I generally don't like sketch covers, and even though this one really isn't one, it presents as such. I love the use of line, depth, flow, and space. Zaffino can be really hit or miss for me, but it hits home runs like this one. Listen, I like this. I agree, but the Lotto was That shit was out the park, bro.
This cover blows that fucking cover out of the fucking water. It's still a good cover. Don't get me wrong. This is by far and away better.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, listen, like I said, man, Moon Knight puts out plenty of dope covers. You pick and choose what you like, guys. Don't break your wallets, man. Let me just go back here.
Speaking of this book, did you see that there's going to be a Terrificon exclusive for Moon Knight 1? That's the Werewolf by Night 32 homage.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need one. Yo.
Yeah.
Pick one up for me on Thursday, yo.
No, I won't do that.
Fucking bastard. All right, so we're moving on, guys, man. And this one right here, I thought should have won cover of the week from these 4 books here, man. It's a dope-ass cover, man. We saw it on Indie Spotlight, and we're talking about it right here real quick, man. And it's going to be Deadly Class, man. Deadly Class, issue number 47, cover done by Jeff DeCal. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous cover here, man. Let me read this, man. He put the absolutely love the faded out negative space vibe for this cover. It is gorgeous and done with a panchy and great rendering. I particularly love the focus on the tattoos. Beautiful work from a guy who silently puts out incredible covers, which I agree. Which I say, and me and James, man, King of the Golden State, has been saying, man, Jeff DeCal, respected, not collected. This is something we gotta go back and do his covers, man. Show off his covers. He's a dope ass artist.
Well, don't show the cover of his that I'm currently trying to find badly, and it's like impossible to fucking find it. But I agree. I like this cover. I didn't pick it up because I don't.
Yeah, me neither. I don't
care what the story is, but it's definitely a dope cover, and I like Jeff DeCal, and he's got a cool name. So, and yes, Peanut, to tell you again, yeah, you did get that cover, 2 of them.
What Peanut? What book you saw, ma?
Peanut doesn't listen, man.
Peanut, Kakawate, come on, kid. All right, so we're moving on from there, man. Which I thought that, like, Broski, I guess he's not there. But this right here should have won cover of the week. We'll see. The next one is going to be this one. Runner up is going to be Harold County, issue number 1, covered by Tyler Cook, guys. Tyler Cook. Let me read what he put down. I'm a sucker for a skull and flower cover. I am too, man. Well, for a skull cover. They have a Ditchamy and Macabre of Macabre. There you go. I said it right. Macabre. Okay, I read that wrong. My bad. And the beautiful. This one does just with the expert style and rendering. I mean, I agree with this cover. I love the cover. You know what I mean? It's a dope ass cover. Tyler Cook killed it. Love the skull on it and everything. But I feel like I said, man, the previous cover, which is, this one here is a little bit better. You know what I mean? So what you think, Josh?
I mean, I'm a sucker for skulls and flowers too. I've got them all over my fucking body. This one's okay. I like the butterfly and the skull. I'm not really feeling the mushrooms, but yeah, it's okay.
Yo, Peanut, man, I needs that. I needs that Galactus. I gotta talk to wifey, man. But $400, $400. I heard supposedly coming with figures, right? The Silver Surfer and the Nova. We'll see. All right, we're moving on to the winner of the week, man. And this is the last book, and this is what Mike Morello has picked for cover of the week. And this is New Mutants issue 20, cover done by Martin Simons. Let me read what he put down. He put down, now this thing is a super amazing and fits right into the old school Sinkovich feel of the New Mutant covers from the 80s, which I agree. You know what I mean? Simmons is quickly making a huge name in itself across comics. I mean, it's a nice cover. It's a nice cover. It does give me the Sinkovich vibes and everything. It's just I don't feel like it should have won. It should have won,
Not even fucking close.
Yeah. So I mean,
obviously, Mike has very, very different tastes in art, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I mean,
but no, I don't think, dude. I don't even think that should have been the winner out of any of those 3 or any of those 4, and still, I think that Delato cover is still better than all that Jeff DeCal one though is up there. I will say that.
It is up there. To me, out of these 4, it's the winner. It's beautiful, man. When I saw that shit on Indie Spotlight when Thoro was talking about it, I was like, yeah, this is a dope ass cover. So I knew I was gonna see it on the list. I just didn't see, how high it was gonna be.
It seems like the chat is agreeing.
There you go. All right, so that's our no comment. Well, that's our cover fire from Mike Morello from CBSI, guys. You already know, man. Mike Morello does great work over here, man. Doing cover fire and cover tunes, man. Cover tunes. I enjoy talking about those back issues, man, over here at CBSI, guys, at comicbookinvest.com. Make sure check them out. And there's other articles, dope articles when it comes to comic book, guys. Check them out. All right, give me a second and just change that up, and then we'll start doing our reviews, man. Our reviews.
Look what Marky just put in the Instagram chat. That'll give you the idea of what I was telling you about before.
All right, give me a second, guys. Oh, okay, yes, I needs that now. Come on, damn meow. All right, so we're gonna start reviewing over here our books that came out this week, guys. And we have 7 books. Hold on, I'm gonna highlight you.
For people who haven't seen it. That's the Terrificon.
Yeah, I needs that
exclusive.
Needs that, son. Let me see. All right, so these are the 7 books we're going to be covering about. What is it? A Radiant Black 6, if I'm not mistaken. Shadecraft 5, Dark Blood issue number 1. This is Nightwing issue number 82. Nottingham, which concludes issue number 5. Mom number 1, and Moon Knight number 1. All right, guys. So those are the books that we're going to be reviewing here, guys. Let me see. Hold on. I want to peep that New Mutants. If it was a version, Martin Simon's art is dark and Dig is a. It wasn't dark in this issue though. Department of Truth. Yeah. I got you, man. The guy, like he's right. Gave me the Bill Sienkiewicz vibe. You know what I mean? 616 had a cover. Josh Grav is sold out quick. 619 Booyaka, right?
Well, yeah, but you can get them at Terrificon though.
Yeah, these are the Terrificon. Well, that was the Terrificon exclusive, from what I've heard, and I'm sure. Hopefully, they have some for us on Friday.
That's what I heard. That's the Terrificon cover. I heard some other place had them, but I heard that they're at Terrificon. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't know. I heard it through you just now, so I don't know. All right, so we're gonna start off with Shadecraft, man. Shadecraft here. Story done by Joe Henderson, excuse me. Covered by Lee Garber and art by Lee Garber and Antonio Fabilla, interior arts. And and this one here, it concludes a story arc. It's they're gonna go on a little hiatus or whatever, and it concludes what's going on. This one they closed out what happened with Ricky, her brother, but brought him back. They brought him back to life with the Shadecraft. I know her mother. I missed issue 4. I have to go back and read it. I didn't know the mother was behind all this.
Yeah.
Like she knew what was going on with the Shadecraft. And she had something going on, like a past with the FBI agent, right? So,
pause for a second. So, Marky, it's for the con, but they're selling them online. But they're selling them online also, but selling them at the con as well, or they're just selling. Okay, thanks. That's what I thought. All right, we can continue. Sorry.
It's all right, man. I'll give you something to talk about. Talk about Shadecraft. What you thought of it?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I didn't think it was as good as last issue when you found out that the mother is, has the ability to shadecraft as well. It's just an action-packed issue. It doesn't really give you any more backstory. If you read issue 4, you find out that the mother was originally part of this group that was, brought together by, I forget her name, who's in the FBI or whatever government agency she's a part of, and ended up running away because she wanted a family and hoped that the trait wouldn't get passed down to her children, which it did. And then, the agent ends up kidnapping or not kidnapping per se, but kind of coercing the family into giving the body of what's the girl's name? Her brother Ricky over to them. So the mother and what's her name?
What the hell is her name? I forgot her name. Zadie.
That's right. Yeah, Zadie. Have to go into this building to rescue Ricky, and they do, and it's just kind of drawn out, and they take him back to the house and revive him, like put his shade back into his body, and the last picture is him just kind of waking up, and that's it. It was a good issue. Not much happens.
Yeah, yeah. Not much happens. You're right. Like I said, they brought back my man Ricky, man. They've been working on that for the 5 issues. Great read, man. From what I've heard, after the the writers wrote a little something that this is the final. This concludes from this story arc, and they're gonna keep writing stories about Zadie and stuff later on. Zadie and the family now, and this has been optioned, and they moving forward with this
Yeah.
title over here, Shadecraft. So I can't wait, man. I thought it was a nice series that they should bring to life. I agree, and I enjoyed this, man. Joe Henderson. So I know Broski read it, but I know Broski's busy now. So maybe when he gives his his grade for the book, he gives you his little review. All right, so we're gonna move on from Shadecraft on to Radiant Black issue number 6. And issue black, Radiant Black, I should say, Radiant Black issue 6 was a great read. It was good. It was a good origin story for what is it, a red Radiant Black, right? I guess we're gonna call them by the colors or whatever.
Radiant Red. Mm-hmm.
Radiant Red, I guess. Story by Kyle Higgins, Cherish Chen, cover and art by David Lufuente, and what is it, D. Kenneth from Connecticut, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is a dope story. It was about
Ken Kniff.
It was about basically the Radiant Red. Is a female or whatever, and her husband has like a gambling problem or something like that, and he's just breaking that. Like when he's been doing good or whatever, he started doing it, going with his old ways and start betting and wasting money and whatever. And she's always like tempted to leave him, but always like comes back, like he convinces her, I guess, because it looks like he doesn't want to like break up with her, whatever. Just in time for Power Rangers. But I know Power Rangers, so it's exactly what I get the vibes from Radiant Black when it comes to these characters. You know what I mean? So, yes. What you thought of it, Josh?
Like I was telling you off air, I thought this was the best issue of Radiant Black yet. This series definitely had me worried after issue 2 and 3, and it started picking up a little bit. And this one, I think, was the best. I am more interested and invested in this character than I am the other two, who I can't even remember their names at this point. But this story was definitely, I think, more relatable. It was written better.
Yes, I agree.
And it's I like stories that are, when you see them in a certain light, you think the actions of the person are just pure evil. And then when you figure out what they're doing and why, it's still necessarily not right of them to do, but you understand it more.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like, we first meet her, robbing a bank, and you think she's just doing it because she has powers and she can, but that's not what it is. She's doing it to basically save her existence in a way, save her house, save her marriage, save her going to school or graduate school, save her husband's business, save everything.
Yeah. So yeah, this one right here was the great. Are they gonna go with every damn Radiant origin?
See, I was thinking the same thing after I read it too. I'm like, if they're gonna do that, I don't know. This is gonna drag on forever.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think they're gonna do it right away. I think they're gonna do it when the key Radiant Black is mentioned, just kind of like this. That's what I think. I think the 1 in 25 was pretty cool. I seen the 1 in 25.
It was a nice cover, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like made sense of the story. I like the fact that they gave that what's her name, Satomi, her own story arc of who she was and who it was once we knew it was a girl in the previous issue, and the situation that she had with her husband. So it was a great read. One of the best reads of that issue so far. Besides, I think the first 2 issues. So I liked it. I like the fact that they gave her an origin. of who she is. Now we're gonna see exactly that she's not the criminal in a way. So we'll see what happens with the connection, with the situation, with the regular Radiant Black.
Yes, listen. We all agree this was a good read. It was a great read. One of the best Radiant Blacks issues that we read since issue 1 and 2, like you said, Broski. So I listen. We talked about previously. What was the book? Shadecraft. But you could discuss it when you give your grades or whatever. But yeah, man, we're gonna move on from Radiant Black to Dark Blood issue number 1. And we talked about this in the Indie Spotlight about this book. We talked about it on the FOC list too a few weeks ago about this. The story is done by Latoya Morgan, covered by Valentine DeLandro, and the art inside is done by Walt Barna. Guys, this book is an interesting book, but a very fast read. You know what I mean? So it's not a bad book at all. The art inside is incredible. I enjoyed the art. I enjoyed the art. The story, I could see them telling what kind of story they're trying to tell. It fits well. It was just too fast of a read for me to give a good review for it. But
it feels like it belongs like it's a preview almost. Like it belongs
exactly.
in the back of another book. It goes really fast. The pacing is off in that way where it's trying to tell a lot of a bunch of a story too quickly, and by doing that, it leaves a lot of things open.
Yeah.
But it's obviously a very serious story. It takes place in 1955. Obviously, racism still,
exists.
We haven't hit the 60s yet, and it's evident in this book.
Yeah.
So, the synopsis of this when we did the FOC had me interested enough to pick it up. I'll keep going with it. I'd like to see where this goes. But there's nothing. I mean, really, the story is this. This guy works at a diner. He used to be in the war. I think it was. I want to say it was. Was it the Korean War or was it World War II? Well, one of them. I'm assuming it probably had to be the Korean War. But he comes home from the war, and I think he works at a diner, and some guy just kind of accosts him in the alley on his way home from work, and just starts yelling racist things at him. And he defends himself and has a bunch of superpowers, and not like a mystery to him. He obviously acquired them at some point. I think during the war, he's in. I don't know if he's like part of like the Tuskegee Airmen or whatever, but he gets shot down, and they jump all over the place, so they don't really tell you like the whole story of what exactly happens to him. I'm assuming they will go back and fill that in, but he's a very like when they kind of showed off his powers, he feels like Neo to me from the Matrix, where he can just like stop bullets and drop them and stuff like that. So no, Art Kemist.
The Vietnam War, no.
It was not the Vietnam War. That didn't start until the 60s, bro.
Oh my God, Arsenio. Oh my God. All right. Yo, broski, what's the thought of Dark Blood?
No, it was quick read. What can I say? It was one of those things where you kind of like see like kind of like a tree form in his back, so it was pretty cool, like electric in the back. So somebody gave him something because it kind of like jumps back and forth. So we'll see who gave him that powers or how he obtained it. If it was through electric, I don't know. It's a mystery. So that's probably why it keeps you on your toes for issue 2.
Appreciate that, Kenny. So I figured that it was Korean War. Yeah. So I mean, like we all agree, man. This was a good read. It was just too fast for us. For me to give a grade, honestly speaking. But we'll give our grades later on this one, man. All right. So we're moving on to the next book, and it's going to be Moon Knight number 1, guys. Story by Jed McKay. This cover done by Steve McNiven. Art by Alessandro Cappuccio.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, man. Read this. It was a good read. Good read. I've never read a Moon Knight book. This is my first Moon Knight book, and I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I like that they give the what's the Moon Knight with the suit? They call him something, right?
Mr. Knight.
Mr. Knight. I like that. I like that form of Moon Knight, I should say. I really enjoyed that, man. But I didn't know Moon Knight was a badass like this, man. You know, he has issues. You know what I mean? My man has issues. Let's put it that way. Yo, Josh, I know you read it, and I know
I loved it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I loved it. I've also never read a Moon Knight book, but I know enough about the character where now, I don't know how much you knew about Moon Knight. Like, I know he has like mental issues, and I know his backstory, but I feel like, and they've said this too, in the previews. Like, if you've never read Moon Knight, this is a good jumping off point. I think it explains things very well in this book. You might be, if you don't know too much about him, some things might go over your head, but not much, I would think. It's just, it kind of reminds me a lot of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode where Bucky is, constantly at the therapist.
Okay.
He's got his own therapist. Yeah. I like how he's got like almost like his own like neighborhood watch agency, like literally like a store shop, and it's like, hello, welcome to, I forget what he calls it, I'm Mr. Knight, basically tell me what your problem is and I'll go handle it.
I found it a little bit I want them to go back and elaborate a little bit more about how it was kind of like the reason why he's in the therapy is because the Avengers sent him there, right? Because that's what they mentioned. I don't know why. I don't know what he did or whatever. But I found that a little interesting. But
those Avengers 33 through 37, that backtracks whatever, and I think it was during.
Those are the issues when Moon Knight he fucked up the whole Avengers, right?
Like so, and I guess there's a guy that was there in Dr. Batter or something like that. It ends up being something at the end.
Hunter's Moon. So Moon Knight is the right hand or the right fist of Khonshu, and he's the left. So basically, he's the opposite. Like, I think, I don't know if they just did this for effect, but Moon Knight's symbol is like the crescent moon, like lit up.
He's trying to take over the world,
moon, but it's dark. So it's cool. Now, I don't know if Hunter's Moon is a new character. The guy who is Hunter's Moon, Dr. Bader or whatever. He's definitely new, I think. But I don't know if the character of Hunter's Moon is new. I think it is. But it was good. It left on a nice cliffhanger. I loved it.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, and I agree with Jason. It's a great artwork on Moon Knight. Yeah, it was a dope ass artwork. And the fact that he was talking to his shrink or whoever she is to help him guide through the situations he has. I liked it. Like, I'm with Joker. I never read a Moon Knight book. I have a couple of them, but never really read them. Sat down and read them. But really good story. It makes me intrigued of should I go back and read some of his old stuff in a way to see exactly if there was actually any better reads. I know the one with Finch. What was it, like a miniseries that I have that I haven't read that's kind of getting hot, especially the bloody variant.
Yeah,
1 in 10. So definitely good read.
My man Uncanny said, "What Moon Knight series will be used in the show?"
This one.
I thought it was gonna be the one when they introduced Mr. Knight. Well, it was like a few years ago, right?
I think it would be something relatively recent.
Yeah,
they like to use a lot of recent stuff, I think.
Yeah.
And Comics and Pop appreciate that. He said Hunter Moon is a new character.
Yeah.
Right. So we figured. So you go first appearance this week. Yeah, man. So this was a good read there. Yeah. I agree. So we're moving on from Moon Knight, man, to Mother of Madness, issue number 1. Story by Emilia Clarke, Mabuski, Marguerite Bennett, cover by Joe Ratcliffe, art inside by Layla Lays or Lies or however you want to pronounce it. This here right here, man. All right, you know what, man? It kept me reading. It's interesting, confusing as shit though. You know what I mean? Confusing as hell. You know what, Josh? Go ahead, because you read the little letter at the end, right? And that kind of explained it. Go ahead.
So yeah, he's right. So there's parts of this book that are like pretty good, actually.
Yes.
And for her being a first time comic writer, or I think just writer in general. It's pretty good. Now, I don't know. Obviously, it's her idea, but I don't know how much she actually wrote it. You know, she probably gave it to Bennett to craft the whole thing. But like, the parts of the story that you can follow along with are very good. And then it just goes so like wonky that you're just kind of like, wait, what? Like, how are you going off on such a tangent?
Mhm.
Like, I don't even really know what the story is about, with the exception of she's a single mother who she tells you her backstory, and it's really cool how she tells it,
because she's
like
narrating it during the
like a Deadpool vibe where she's breaking the fourth wall. Like, look, guys, if you guys have sat through 22 Marvel movies, you can give me 5 pages to let me tell you my backstory.
Mhm.
You know, it's clever little things like that. But like, it's the stuff where she gets off track after she tells you, like, you know, she was adopted and she was living in Connecticut, which I thought was neat. I feel sorry for her though. But you know, when she's not telling the backstory parts and it's in the current, it's just you understand what's going on, but like it doesn't seem to come together nice. So like I said, she's a single mother. She has a next door neighbor who I think likes her, but won't ask her out. But he watches her kid when she's at work. So I guess her parents were scientists, and
Yes.
they both died pretty quickly, you know, in between each other, or you know, one right after the other. They were young. She's only 29 now. I think they died when she was like 14 or something like that. Her mother, I think, was sick, cancer maybe or something.
Yeah.
And her father died like a year later. You know, they said from a broken heart, but she thinks it was from a broken neck. I don't really understand what that meant. If you like fell down the stairs or
Something
whatever.
like
But she, after the funeral, goes home and keeps taking these pills while she's cleaning in the basement, which was like the laboratory area. And I think she took the pills intending to die, but she didn't. And
so you think those pills gave her powers? That's how she got her powers?
That's how she got her powers, because she took them and she woke up, and remember she felt funny, and then when she went to go live with her fourth cousin's something, she started, you know, having all these weird side effects, like, you know, like her skin would go translucent, or one of her boobs grew really big, or you know, shit like that.
It reacts for emotions, basically.
Yeah, right.
Which I find interesting, and especially when she mentions when she has a period or whatever, it goes crazy. You know,
Yeah.
All this shit is pretty crazy. It's interesting. It's fun. Like my man Comics and Pop is talking about. It's an interesting read, man. I like. If I knew what was going on, like I felt a little confused reading the first issue. You know, maybe reading a little bit more, maybe catches up and, you know, put everything together. You know, but yeah, man.
So the note that she wrote at the end.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone read it, but I found it very interesting. Now I like Emilia Clarke for the most part, but. And the note is really interesting when where she talks about how she got into comics and how, you know, she never read a comic until, you know, very recently. And the only reason she did is because of the shows or movies that she's been in. She's been at so many Comic-Cons, and, you know, being there, you can't help but eventually look at a comic book. And I guess she got, you know, really into it, which I can appreciate. And this idea, you know, popped into her head because she's like, you know, in her own words, I think she says she's like a feminist, which, okay, fine. That's cool. Not really my type, but let me find it real quick. But it really is a nice letter that she writes.
Yes, yeah, I didn't read it.
Until you get to the end. And it's so kind of preachy. And on one hand, like, I can agree with a part of the message, and not to get political, like, at all. But on the other hand, Like, I am so fucking tired of man bashing. I'm so fucking sick of it. Like, seriously, because of the mistakes. I don't know, like, where in society we have come to in the past, like, 2 or 3 years, where because of the actions of one or a handful of people, we now take the entire group of that people, be it race, gender, sexuality, whatever, and everyone gets categorized that way. And it's basically, it was a little off-putting. Now, I'm sure she didn't mean it that way. Like, she does say in there, like, the best man I know is my brother. My father was a nice guy, but, like, you know, like, I don't know. To me, this just isn't the place for that. Like, it really just isn't. But whatever, to each their own.
Listen, interesting book nonetheless, man. Interesting. That's all I got to say. Because it wasn't a bad read. It was just
it's not. The artwork's really good.
Artwork is good. So we give it up to Layla Olai. There you go. So we're moving on, man. We're moving on to Nightwing, man. Nightwing issue number 82, right? 82. Story done by, you already know, Tom Taylor, and covering art by Bruno Berdondo, man. And we've been preaching about this book ever since my man Tom Taylor took over the story arc of Nightwing, man. This issue was pretty good, man. It was good. This one here we got to see Melinda Zuko, which is Dick Grayson's sister, basically. Mayor of Bloodhaven, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. And we got to find out basically before my man John Grayson, which is Dick's father or whatever, got with his mom, Dick Grayson's mom. He had a little thingy thing with one of his shorties or whatever, and that's how Melinda Zuko came about, according to that story.
But I was worried that they were gonna. I was really worried how they were gonna do this, and I did like how they did say, "Hey, just to be clear, this was before."
Yes,
he was dating your mother, as if, you know, because Dick goes to talk to Layla's mom, and you know, the whole story is Tony Zuko basically bought Melinda's mother from whatever country she came from. I can't remember, like a mail order bride, and brought her to the circus one day where the Graysons, you know, performed, and she just went running off, and the Graysons hit her, you know, in their trailer and kind of defended her from Tony Zuko and made a fool out of him and whatnot. And Dick ended up having a relationship with her, but he liked, John had a relationship with, I forget Melinda's mother's name, but really liked Dick's mother, but like Melinda's mother said, just placed her on too high of a pedestal and was always afraid to kind of ask her out. And Dick's mother was also putting him on too high of a pedestal, so she wouldn't do the same. So he kind of settled for Melinda's mother for a little while until Tony Zuko came back, found out she was there.
Back what was his.
Yeah, exactly. Kidnapped her back.
Yeah.
And eventually, you know.
Yeah, but real quick before, you know, you get more deep into the story. In the beginning, I really enjoyed the interaction between the brother sister.
Yeah.
And the fact that Oracle was like she was about to snap, and the Teen Titans, Batman, and everybody was ready to just go rescue Nightwing. Yeah,
but look, see, I don't like moments like that because they do it in every fucking book, like every week. Like someone gets in trouble, Bat Family, call the Bat Family or something like that, and like everyone's just like on standby. Actually, no, you know, Damian can't come because he's over on whatchamacallit Island, so he can't be there. And Batman can't show up because, you know, he's too busy dealing with the Insanity Collective. It's like, hang on, guys, let me take a break from my issue and go rescue, you know, Dick real quick. I just wish they would just kind of try to figure it out on their own.
Lots of Dick's being talked about. Listen, Murph, this is the only thing I like over there, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, man, this was a good read, man. This is a pretty badass. Great read. It was. I did like you said, Josh. I was a little bit worried about how they were going to introduce this character. But the way it ended is going to be interesting in issue 83. We're gonna see Nightwing versus Blockbuster. You know what I mean? So
see, I'm still wondering, though. I think they will keep this, you know, legitimate. but there's something in the back of my head that still tells me like this isn't real. Like this isn't really going to be his sister.
You don't think so? You think she's playing some type of
like
game?
Less and less as each issue goes on, but it's still there that like them almost kind of retconning something this long after, you know, it's I guess it's a little hard for me to process something that's, you know, been around for Jesus, you know, like 80 years. This story's been around for like 70 plus years now. You know, we know Dick Grayson's past, and for him to all of a sudden have a sister, it's just a little hard to accept, I guess. But it's still really well done, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, man. Tom Tiller's been.
I mean, it would kind of be the equivalent of. Well, I guess it kind of did happen with Batman. But, you know, it would be like, you know, Batman has, you know, now has a new brother or a new sister or something like that. You know, it's just.
It's just interesting. And so far, I feel like Tom Tiller has been killing it with Nightwing, and he told this one pretty good. So, you know, kudos, man. Kudos, Tom Tiller. You know what I mean? So we're going to move on. We're going to move on to the last book, man. The last book that we read, we've been talking about this for a while already, you know, since pre-orders. And it's Nottingham issue number 5, the conclusion, the last issue of this story arc, I could say, yeah, because of the series. They're going to continue with this one. My man who wrote the story, David Hassan, kind of gave us a little hint on our show about whether it's going to be a second series or a spinoff, and we finally know now it's going to be a second series.
I mean, we assume.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we assume.
Yeah.
And the cover and the art by Shane Connery Volk, man, we've been
killed it again on the interiors.
Yes, he did. That this book right here ended well to me. I mean, it left me wanting more. You know what I mean? It enough satisfied, but like, okay, I can't wait till the next story arc happens. Like, I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know how long it's gonna be till my man David does his thing with Nottingham, you know, the second series or whatever. But man, he killed this series. I said it from the beginning. With 5 issues, we said it. You know, for 5 issues is not enough.
Way too short. Way too short.
It's not enough to tell his story, and he's been killing it with this one here. And Blackthorn to me is one of my characters. I really enjoy Blackthorn. I really enjoyed the Blackthorn character. He gives me the Batman detective mode vibes, you know, on this right here, man. And how everybody backstabs each other, and you know, everybody's pulling on each other with Lady Marion and Hood. You know what I mean? All plotting together, but then again, they're you know, they got a plan against each other. You know what I'm saying? So all this shit turned out to be dope. My man, do you see my man Blackthorn? Did he kill Little John? He killed Little John, right?
Dude, I was trying to figure that out too. It sure as shit looks like he did.
Yeah,
shit out of his head if he didn't at minimum.
Yeah, oh man, this was a fun read, man. What was your perspective of this, Josh, man?
Okay, so I really liked it, as I've liked this in every issue of this series. I think it was a little bit too fast, maybe. It kind of rushed through to the end, but it's like, well, what else I guess do you have to tell in this last issue? Mm-hmm. But I like the whole thing with Marion at the end. I was maybe kind of hoping for something like a little bit bigger to happen.
Well, like basically kill her or something, or kill Hood. I thought Hood was gonna die. Well, Hood is basically what the hell is his name? Loxley or something like that.
Yeah, Robin Loxley.
Yeah, that's Hood. And yeah, when he had her like at gunpoint, basically, or knife point, I should say. You know what I mean? And Blackthorn is like basically like, you know, ready to just snipe them or whatever. He didn't care. He was like, "Yo, listen, you can pull whatever." I thought right there then my man Hood was dead. I was like, he's gonna die or whatever. But somehow, some way, he escaped. And
I don't know if they ever clearly say like I was thinking like Marion was behind this whole thing. Like, and I still think maybe she was, but I don't know if it's ever made clear that like she is. Like it's almost like she's playing on both sides.
Yeah, well, obviously she's playing on her own side now.
Well, right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I was just hoping for maybe like some sort of bigger reveal, but I just don't even know what that would be. But it definitely leaves you with the cliffhanger of, there's got to be more coming. I don't know if we'll get it anytime soon. I mean, I hope we do.
Yeah.
David's probably too busy, fighting the law down in Australia.
Yeah. But definitely, guys, man, if you haven't known, man, right now, Man Cave, go to Man Cave Studios, guys, their website, and you can pre-order volume 1 of this, guys. You can read it in one shot. It comes out in September, guys. Not sure how many is going to be printed, so this is something that you might want to order and hold on to, because with these single issues, with the first prints and whatever, they were low printed, so
every single issue sold out. Every single one. Every single issue, every single printing.
Damn, really?
Yep.
Shit. I know a couple printings I missed out, and shit, I might have to drop some money. I guess on. But yeah, man. This right here was definitely satisfying. I enjoyed Nottingham. David Hassan is amazing storyteller, man. For being like his first book,
both of them, both too.
Yeah. His art, Shane Connery Volk, his art is amazing with this one. We always said, man, a great story teamed up with a great art is just, that's it. You just get everything there, man. This gave me, like I said before, gave me the vibe of Capullo Snyder combination like that. Great art, great storytelling. So, guys, if you're not familiar with Nottingham and you're just, listening up on it now, man, read it. We recommend it. It's a great read, guys. We've enjoyed it. And we can't wait for the next story arc of Nottingham, guys. So yeah, man. That's our reviews. Well, we're gonna start grading. We're gonna start grading them on these books, man. We're gonna start with Nottingham here, and I'm gonna grade this issue. I'm gonna give it a 9.2 because it was good. It was good. It was action packed. It was badass. It was everything you wanted. Art was amazing. Story was great. The pace was maybe a little rushed, and I agree with you, Josh. It was, but at the same time, maybe it was purposely like that because of the last issue. You know what I mean? Who knows? But overall, I'm gonna give this a high ass grade. I'm gonna give it a 9.6, bro. I'm gonna give it a 9.6.
Dude, I'll tell you this right now. Those are the two grades I was gonna give it: a 9.2 and a 9.6. Also,
there you go. All right. Well, that's my grade. That's Josh's grade. I know Broski hasn't read this yet. I know he said he's waiting for his copy to come from A&S. Shout out to A&S, guys. All right.
Yes, sir.
For his copy to come in and he'll read it and I guess he'll let us know what he thinks about that book. So we're gonna move on to Nightwing. Nightwing here, issue 82. I am going to give this one. I'm gonna give this one a 9. I'm gonna give this one a 9, high grade still.
Yeah. On there too.
Same pace, with this one. I like the little storytelling of how Melinda Zuko came about. Again, another team for story writing and artwork from Bruno Redondo to Tom Taylor telling the story. Great combination. Guys, if you're not familiar, if you think Nightwing is just meh because it's Nightwing, please read it from issue. What is it? 78?
Yes.
Yeah. 78. Read it from 78 to now. That we caught it. Whenever Tom Taylor took over Nightwing, read
77.
it. 70, was it 77?
No, 78.
It was 78, right? It was.
Yeah, I think it was. Right? Yeah.
Whenever Tom Taylor took over Nightwing, read it, guys. I recommend it big time. Nightwing is an amazing read, guys. So for that, I'm giving it a 9.0 this issue. Josh.
I'm going to give it a 9.2 because I thought it was a really well told story. I'm a sucker for a good storytelling over action any day of the week. You give me a good story and that flows well, is paced well.
Yeah,
I can't ask for more. The art is fantastic, obviously. It's just been great. His run both their runs. Taylor and Redondo, just excellent.
Yes, I agree. And Broski.
Yeah, I give it like a 9.2. It was a good story, good back end story. The fact that it showed a little more of who she was and how she became part with her mother and her mother's situation with his father, and that it was before the relationship with his mother of Dick Grayson and had a little bit of depth, a little bit of understanding who Tony Zuko was, and the fact that he actually killed his parents. So it kind of like tied into the story of why he killed his parents, and to show a little more explanation of the reason why of Melly Yin. So yeah, really good story. Can't wait for see what happens with Blockbuster, because they haven't really gave a lot of depth with that guy. Just he comes and goes. So excited for 83 to see who he really is in a way of the story. So yeah, good job, Tom Taylor.
Here you go. All right. Here you go. And we're gonna move on to Mom. Mom, you know what, Josh? I'll let you start this one. What you give it? What grade you give it?
Man, I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm gonna be neutral. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Yeah, it's somewhere, I think, for me in that 7.75, maybe an 8.0 range. There's definitely good parts to it, and you got to give credit to first time writers that don't do a fucking god awful job. This is far from god awful. I will tell you that. It's not great, but I think it could be very well. And I think this is only going to be 3 issues.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So, but I like the size of the book. It's square bound. It's a prestige, bigger than a normal comic book, and the art is good. And a good portion of the storytelling is good. It's just when it takes that fucking right turn, that sharp right turn off the fucking highway, that it just kind of.
Yeah, listen, this book, it's for knowing that it's prestige format. Explains a lot, because I kept reading and I'm like, damn, this is a long read. You know what I'm saying? And for being a long read, to have my attention span, you know what I mean, and keep me reading, it shows that it was something there. It's something there that keeps me. I was hanging on to. I'm like, okay, it has potential to do something, but I don't know. So I'm just gonna give it a 7. That's all I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 7. All right. You gave your grade, right? 7. You said 7.75 or 8, like around that range. You said,
yeah,
right?
Somewhere in there. I can't really decide.
I got you, man. And then real quick, man, King of the Golden State said Nightwing was underwhelming for me at 8.5, man. If you was here, I would like to hear why. I would like to hear why it was underwhelming. Let me see. He couldn't finish Mom. Listen, it wasn't long read.
It was too much pages.
It was a big read, bro. So we're gonna move on from Mom to Moon Knight number 1, guys. Josh, what you give it?
9.2. I'm so reluctant. Like, I'm wondering, like, I've given 9.4s and 9.6s out before, but I'm so reluctant to go that high, because, like, a 9.6 and obviously a 9.8 to me would have to be something that's just super stellar. I thought this was excellent because it told a really good story. It's a good jumping off point for people who have not read Moon Knight before. I'm sure it's very good also for people who have read Moon Knight before as well, but maybe I'm wrong. I only see it from one perspective, which is the former. But the artwork, excellent. Story, great. I want to read more.
Yeah.
They got me hooked.
I'm going to give it a 8.5. I'm going to give it an 8.5. I've had, like I said, I haven't read. I know, listen, who don't know about Moon Knight, but the first time reading about Moon Knight, and it was some good storytelling there by Jed McKay. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how this character is, and I'm looking forward to the issue too. Like Josh. So yeah, I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. The art is amazing inside too. Broski, what you give it?
I give it for being a book and the hype. Sometimes you get the hype and the book's garbage.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
This book actually was a good book. Great art, great story, great. It breaks down what was going on. It gives you even a little area of what to read to catch on what's going on right now on this issue. So I kind of had a little connection to it. I give it a strong 9.4 because being the first issue, it gave you a lot of information in a way to make you enjoy the book and see what's on next. It's the fact that it dealt with vampires. So now where are those vampires from? So kind of remind me of a little bit of a Blade situation. So I really like the story, and doing that I like about horror shit and stuff like that. It kind of leads me on to get issue number 2. and to see what's happening to Mr. Was it that guy Batter? To see who he is in the next issue. The fact that he's acting like he was a friend, but he's a foe. You know what I mean? So it was a good twist.
You talking about the vampires? I enjoyed like the backtrack of even the vermin characters. Like it brought me to the Spider-Man story arc from the 90s. So yeah, man, this is dope. Good read, man.
That's a good point that Gomez made of, especially with these series that they're obviously doing now to kind of line up with either a recent Marvel movie or one of the shows. Like they just did the Eternals, or they're in the process of doing the Eternals.
Yeah,
fucking
started good, but it sucks. Yeah.
They're about to do another series that you'll see if you watch FOC or if you pay attention to FOC on your own. That I have questions about. They've been doing that, and this one had kind of the warning signs of Moon Knight show coming up. Are they just trying to push this with the show? And this delivered to me, more than delivered.
Same here.
All right, we're going to move on, man. We're going to move on to Dark Blood here. Dark Blood, this is something I feel like I can't really grade because it was
I'm going to give it an NG. I can't grade it.
Yeah, I can't grade it. It was too fast of a read. Good, interesting, art, amazing, nice concept. I like the whole guy with powers, mysterious, how he became about it, kicking ass and all that stuff. So the concept is there. I just got to read more, and I need more. For being a booster in the more.
Basilisk number one was like that, but Basilisk had a little bit more pages than this one. I feel like this one had like 4 or 5 pages for the information. So Dark Blood, I thought was going to have more in depth of the character itself, but it didn't. It like Josh said earlier, it jumps back and forth in time frame, but it doesn't really give you a reason of why it did it. Just that electrician in his back. It's like, okay. And it showed like a god or some bullshit. I don't know. And it just left me hanging with a lot of information. So I'm with you guys. I don't even think I have to probably relook at it, but nothing you missing.
I tell you one thing. I am interested in reading issue 2, see what goes on with this character, the story. You know what I mean? James, you read this?
Yeah, I read it in record time. Yeah, that was. I thought Basilisk was a fast one. No, this was faster than Basilisk.
Yes,
and it was one of those things where it was like the whole first issue was surrounded around one scene. This book is so thin. It's so thin that it's like
it's like how Josh said. It reminds me of like a preview book.
It better be a small 9 book like Spawn.
Yeah, it was really quick. I mean, like, I don't know. I hope it's honestly. I was a sucker. I bought the variants for it, and such. But I just hope it's not like a cash grab kind of thing where this is an excuse to make variants for Boom and one per stores and shit.
I see that.
Yeah.
For some cheap, like quick scene from, for the entire book basically. And that book was like, I don't even think it was even 20 pages, man. I mean, that's the thing.
Listen, there was only 20 words.
You could we can't say really anything bad about this book because the art was good. The only thing we could say is that it was just too quick of a read. You know what I mean? That's it.
Does anybody know what it was about, really? I mean, like,
you don't really even know. I mean, you kind of get the gist, but
well, we know where it takes place. You know what I mean? We don't know how he got his powers, though. Yeah. So this is too much.
We don't know how he got his powers.
No, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. We know that. No, I'm saying that we know that he has powers.
Oh,
yeah. We know he has powers. We know that some old white guy was chasing him down an alley trying to beat him up and shit. And it's like, all right, great. What's
ran
next?
over and he got blamed for the motherfucker.
That was it. That's it. That was the issue.
I don't know. I mean, I'll pick up the second issue, see what's up. I mean, I already feel like I'm already invested in it. So whatever.
Good job, King.
All right, so we're gonna move on, man. We're gonna move on from this one to Radiant Black issue number. I think it's 6. If I'm 6. This here was one of the best reads of Radiant Black. Kept me interested reading, even though it wasn't like an action-packed like Radiant Black Power Ranger fighting each other, type thing. But to know the origin of this character right here was pretty good. Well written. I agree. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Give it an 8.5. What you give it, Josh?
9.2. This is the best issue of Radiant Black, like I said, in my opinion. Radiant Black, with the exception of the first issue, I don't want to say it's been a struggle to read because it hasn't been bad, not by a long shot, but like there's definitely some parts in some of these issues where it's like, all right, come on, let's get to the point. This one was just great. This character is far more interesting to me than the two guys. So I thought it was great.
Broski.
Yeah, no, I gave it like a 9. I think the fact that the story was well told to what's going on with the character that we had was a mystery character for a few issues. So to get the background story of it was kind of cool because, like I said before, we found out it was a girl at the end, towards the end of it, previous issue of the year, issue prior, the issue 4 or 5, I think. So yeah, it was a real good story. I liked it. I kept me reading. I couldn't drop it. I was just one of those things like Nightwing, just reading about his story and reading about. So this is another one that was around that range. I liked it.
James, read this?
I haven't got around to it. I'm about 2 issues behind, to be honest with you. But I'm sure it's great.
No, this one, this one's a good one, James.
Yeah.
Read it. So last
reading Dark Blood. That's what it's doing.
Is it this one? Yeah, last book we're gonna review is Shadecraft, and I'm gonna give this one here. I'm gonna give it another one. Listen, A5's across like A5. I enjoyed this this story, Shadecraft. You know, we talked about this previously before issue 1 came out on FOC. You know, Joe Henderson, you know, can write a good story. You know, and this concludes this first story arc. He mentions in the end that we're gonna get more different stories, but I think he's going to take a little break with this. So yeah, for the art too, also on this, it fits very well for what kind of story he's trying to tell. So for that, man, I'm giving it 8.5 overall. The 5 issues that came out, I give it a 9.2. Josh,
I give it an 8. I still liked it. Didn't like it as much as last issue. Didn't really move the story forward that much, except maybe at the end, with them bringing your brother, we think, back to life. It's a fine issue. I like where the series is headed, definitely.
Yeah, Broski.
I liked it. I give it a 9.0 because of the fact that it gives you some closure. Because the beginning of the story, it's about her brother and the situation that's going to happen, and then she ends up finding out Shadows, let her know that her mother has the same power, and her family kind of like low key. His father knows about it, everything. So with the
family, Loki?
No, low key. No,
he's messing with you, bro. He's messing with you.
But the fact that Angela was a prior worker with her mother, so kind of like the story and everything, kind of like connected towards what the situation was when she first met her, which was what was her name? Fucking Sade or Sadie, whatever, Sadie Hawkins.
Z.
But yeah,
it was Sade, the singer.
Sade. I wish it was Sade.
Kazizu.
But yeah, Kazizu's sister. But but that was overall was a good story arc to end to see what's going to go on the next story arc, because this is like the first book.
Yeah.
First book, it says, so end of book 1. So we'll see what happens in the next one when it comes out within a month or 2. Who knows? But yeah,
who knows? Yeah, who knows when they came back with this?
Next issue, we find out she's a smooth operator.
Don't need to ask you.
Yo, Jay, you read this one?
No, I have not read this one yet, but I'm going to read it eventually.
Yeah, all good, man.
Good read.
So yeah, man, those are our reviews, man. For this week, man, over here in East West, man. Nice. A little long, it took a little longer because it's 7 books. Usually we do 4, 5, but we added more because it was some nice books that we thought that were gonna be, we're talking, the last 2 indie books, which is Bomb and Dark Blood, that we added. Dope cover, by the way. Yes,
this is definitely.
I don't know if I put that on my pull list.
It's a contender for my cover of the week, man.
That is the dope cover, what I mean? But yes, guys, you already know, guys, man, we're gonna be doing our FOC tomorrow, guys. So stay tuned for that. 12 p.m. Eastern, guys. 12 p.m. Eastern. So you can, check out what to put in your pull list. My man Josh, has a list, and we'll talk about it. You know what I mean? So stay tuned for that, and our podcast on Sundays, guys, at 7 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, guys, y'all want to say your goodbyes, man. Start off with Josh. What you gotta say?
I'll say goodbye because I'm trying to wrap something up here.
All right.
Goodbye.
No problem, okay, man. And we got King of the Golden State, man.
What's shaking, everybody? It's your boy, King of the Golden State. Sorry I'm late. I still got a haul video out right now. It came out a couple days ago, so feel free to check that out. Hit the thumbs up, comment down below, tell me what you think. Any ideas, suggestions are welcome. Nothing wrong with that.
Guys, my brothers and everybody I mess with, man, here on the panel, their link to their channel is down on the description, guys. So make sure you sub them up, guys, all right? And last but not least, it's going to be Gomez, Comic Collector. What you got?
Yeah, just watch our shows, broskies. Check it out, like reading books and doing reviews. Anything you guys see in here that you're going to pick up, it's always good to just check us out to see if the book's worth picking it up or not before you go get it. So, yeah, if you missed New Comic Book Day, so
I agree. Listen, man.
Doozy woozy.
Doozy woozy.
Yeah, just start making up fucking words.
Oh, man, yo, but oh my god! If you're new to this channel, man, make sure you like and subscribe, guys, man, and turn on the notification bell so you can be on top of when we put out our videos. All right, guys.
And be sure to buy our ball spray. Get your ball spray too.
Yeah, get your ball spray. Recommended by Marky and Biggs. Because he got some dirty balls. I don't know. Other than that, man, I'll see y'all later, man.